one of the pictures of UFOs that I documented in 2018. And as you know, the Pentagon is doing their own investigation, and there hasn't really been much disclosure at all since 1947 or even earlier than that. Gina, honey, what are you doing? I'm just trying to, I'm trying to do my thing. I am. So, what came out of that NASA meeting yesterday was, let me read it to you, you all. Hello there, Frank Cooper, honey. You all, if you're just tuning in, we are going to, I'm going to flip this around. I want you to know it's so hot up here. It's like 80 some odd degrees. I didn't turn the air on up here, but I wanted to know what would become of the NASA meeting. And, the only thing they got is that little bitty video of military's little blip, the little black thing. That's all they could give them was the little, I don't know, that Navy thing where it's like little black speck. That's all that they would give them to look at. You've seen it right here. Boom, that one right there. Remember it? Yeah, you can't make nothing out. It doesn't look like these. No, So welcome. Let me just let you know something because I want to know too. So there's an article that was released. I'm putting the light out now. An article that was released by, and it said the panel members said that they have faced online harassment since the study was announced by NASA last year from those who believe UFOs in the traditional sense are, in fact, behind some of the unexplained incidents, and similar objections from those who believe the research is a complete waste of time. They believe some of the research is just a complete waste of time. There's no such things as UFOs. Hello. We documented thousands coming in, thousands. I personally documented them. Long white ships and stuff. Yeah, that was Gina, honey. Shared them every single day. So the article goes on to state that we steer between the rocks and the cyclone. That's what they said. A panel chairman, David Spergel, a widely respected cosmologist. We have a community of people who are completely convinced of the existence of UFOs, is what he said. And we have a community of people who think that addressing the question is totally ridiculous. Everything can be explained, they think. Okay, so that was that. And there's this person called Nicola Fox, director of NASA's Space Science Directive. Okay. It's really disheartening, they said, to hear of the harassment that the panelists have faced online. That they have faced online, all because of UFOs. They want to spend time thinking about the UFOs, you all. Talking about it and stuff. Because they're studying the topic of UFOs. So this is like when thousands of them, they don't believe in Santa Claus either. Well, this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And this right here is just one type. This is just one type that's out there. Just one. NASA. I know some people don't like NASA, but really, this is more than NASA. This literally comes against anyone who believes of the existence of something up there in the sky other than flying around, other than, airplanes. Yeah, they don't want to hear anything about it regardless. But there's things up there flying around in the sky. See, that's the thing. They say harassment. Listen, NASA stands behind our panelists, and we do not tolerate abuse. They said they don't tolerate the abuse. Harassment only leads to further stigmatization of the UAP field. You can see it right there, significantly hindering the scientific process and discouraging others to study this important subject matter. Your harassment also obstructs the public's right to knowledge. Now, that is true, you all. Their harassment always just it also does that. See, now let's zoom it in. I've got my one laptop that I've got lots of pictures on. I really do. A ton of pictures are on this laptop right here. You can see how they did. They came in from the thousands, and I'm not going to say that they didn't. When I literally stood out there and I took the pictures and I worked the pictures, it's 2 or 3 times a day. And there are different types. There really are different types of UFOs out there. They're not all of the same species. They're not, you all. They're not. But they would have you to think that it's just poppycock. I've seen these in the clouds. Okay, we've seen these. They cloak themselves in the clouds. And so I don't know what became of it. I really don't. They want to, they said one of the goals is to help reduce the stigmatization and to encourage the airline pilots and others to come forward when they see a UAP or a UFO, and not to fear or ridicule. Okay, not to fear or ridicule it, you all. But I'm sure it's really hard for some because there's a stigma associated with UFOs. They call you crazy. They don't exist. Well, there's something up there. There really is something up there. This was like one of the full pictures. And I didn't hold back. Whatever showed up in my photo, I shared it. I did. No matter how it looked, I shared it. You can see that these don't look like ordinary airplanes or anything like that. So they were pretty cool. They really were pretty cool. They're pretty cool to look at right now, too. They are. I like looking at them. I like looking at them up here in this heat. I do. In the 80 some odd degree heat, I feel like I'm up there somewhere. Yeah, woman, you are way up there. I feel like I am. Yeah. No. But you know what? Probably in all reality, those naysayers, they're far outnumbered, really. They're far outnumbered. But how come you have the handful of the few who had the biggest mouth shut everybody else up? How come? How come they run it for everybody? Is it hot in Texas? I bet it is really hot in Texas. You all really do. So this is the only thing my Gina's eyes focus on. I don't really spot nothing else, but these type right here. It's really all I focus on. Other people can see the triangular shapes and stuff like this, but no, not me. This right here. And it's okay. I just call them long white ships. That's all I call them. Long white ships, but these long white ships also have NASA, honey. Let Gina, honey, help you out. I will take care of the naysayers and the harassers. Send them over to this channel. I can take care of them. I can. We got some moderators, human moderators, and we got some Google moderators who we don't even know. And we got the algorithm. They'll take care of the naysayers, and we won't have to worry about no harassment. Send them over here to this channel, and we will take care of them, and we'll get the message out like we've been doing. Really, we have been trying to get it out over the years, but yeah, just send them over here. We will more than happy to. Gina, can you make that get bigger? Yeah, I can make it get bigger, you all. I know I can. We can do it, you all. From Russia to Ukraine, 87 feels like 87 storm forming off of Florida. Ooh, well, I hope you stay safe from the storm that's forming off of Florida. I really do, you all. So did anyone on here watch the NASA thing? That's what I wonder. Anybody watch it at all? I'm sure some people did. They shot down missiles with, what did they shoot them down with, really? What were the missiles shot down with, you all? Oh, that looks really pretty. On the video, oh, wow. So they shot UFOs down with missiles? Is that what you said? Because I wasn't, oh, you got a link on a video. Somebody's got a link on a video, just in case. The United Arab Emirates Central Bank sets a CBDC strategy deadline. When is it? The strategy deadline is strategic objectives for 2023 through 2036. Gina, we're about the digital strategy, digital currency, CBDC. Gina, we are talking about UFOs, and you're showing the CDBC. Well, I was looking at it at one time, and you can see it was still stuck on this laptop. That's what happened. Stuck on it. Yeah, but it's all right, you all. It's fine. We got a lot of stuff going on, so it's all right in the big scope of things, you all. And yeah, whew, we can do it. China did something to the U.S. spy drone. Now, where was the U.S. spy drone? Are they really like U.S. spy drones? Or do we got something really going on above our head? Do we? We got something going on above our heads, you all. Look at this, you all. Oh, they were talking about, look at me, listen to this, you all. Unidentified anomalous phenomenon sightings themselves are not classified. It's often the sensor platform that is classified. Fox said, if a fighter jet took a picture of the Statue of Liberty, then that image would be classified, not because of the subject of the picture, but because of the sensors on the plane. Well, I believe that too. Hello there, Nierica, honey. The panel will issue a report later this summer as to what might be recommended, you all. So they did not like it. They got 4 billion cell phones in the world, and cell phones record not only images. We're all used to cell phone cameras. They measure the local magnet. Did you know that? Your cell phone measures the local magnetic field, and they are gravitometers. They measure sound. They encode enormous amounts of information about the environment around them, not to mention GPS location data. Someone capturing a UAP could then use a custom app to feed the data to the central website, where it could be compared with similar observations. So if you have something seen by multiple cell phones with good timestamp data and multiple angles, you're able to infer the location and the velocity of that subject. And most of the time, they will tell you it's not a plane, it's a balloon or whatever. That's true. They're going to dismiss everything as a balloon or a plane. And if something is novel, then you'll have high quality, uniformly selected data that could be used, you will. So that way, a number of us are thinking about how we might approach this. Well, I think it's right. Just send your cell phone pictures to a website where NASA's at, and then something where the data is all in one location all at once. And then, yeah, we'll do the work for them, you all. We can do the work for the investigations and stuff. They don't have to lift a finger. Actually, the people will be the disclosure, and they'll just gather the data. That's what they'll do. We're not free. Well, you can be free in your spirit. You can. You really can be free in your spirit. I'm a free spirit. There's lots of people who are free spirits, and we're trying to make it in this world. We are making it. There's no trying to it. We're making it in a world that may not seem too free, but it's what you make of it, you all. It really is. The world is what you make of it now. So, yeah. Let me put this. Did somebody answer this? Did somebody watch the UAPs up there? I mean, the NASA thing about the UAPs? Because I didn't watch it at all. I didn't. Wait a minute. So I haven't looked at these ships in a while. I really haven't, but I'm seeing something on here. I think like, see the dark circles right there? Can you please focus for me? My screen's getting, my fingers are getting sticky. I'm sweating up here, but that's okay. It's good for my body. I feel like I'm in a sauna. You know what this looks like? It looks like something coming down from it. This is like one of the, these are different types of ships that they're not talking about. They're not talking about these types. at all. They're talking about the common types, like the flying saucer, the cigar ships, or the balloons. That's what they're talking about. The bell-shaped UFOs. Um, that's what they're talking about, you all. Bell-shaped UFOs. Large Viminas. Vimina. Yeah. I know what you're saying. Yeah. Oh, goodness gracious. You asked for a hello. So, yeah, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about the UFOs. If we don't stop, if we got to help ourselves, you got to help yourself. You really do. You can't just sit there and do nothing. You got to put forth an effort. You really do. Because you sitting there thinking things are going to be done for you when you don't lift a finger is not going to help, or you're unwilling to take 1 foot forward. Okay. Now let me show you something. Let me show you. So it's hot up here, and I'm going to show you this one thing, which I believe that they're all over the sky right here. This image right here that came out in 1999. You can see them right here, little black cubes, and you got little white cubes right here. They came out of what they called a particle event. And no, this is not just particles. See, they're intelligent. They can line up. They can form great big lines if they want. There were black ones, and they came right out of there. A solar eruption. And see, this is where these images came from. You no longer can get access to trace targets right here. It was, this is what it was, you all, but that website is since gone right here. I made sure I took images of it because it had really good data on it. But these came out, and they're flying all over the sky too. You know, they're like the little black cubes that the pilots sometimes took pictures of flying around in the sky. You might see them and stuff, or white cubes. It's these, and there's all different sizes too. But these right here were all the same sizes is what they were. And then this is the inverted mode of them right here. You can see them, and we've captured these. You know the blue NASA sun. The SDOAIA, I think it's 171. We captured these coming out of the solar eruptions. They're coming out of the coronal holes. It's like fleets of them. And what these do, you'll have some of these that line up in a row, and they'll look like a big rectangle. And then you'll have some that are just singular, but they're coming out of the solar flares. And we have documented this on this channel. So this is another type of a UFO that is up there. And this is in the inverted mode. Does that look like it's just random things that know how to, like, you know, line up? Random, like rocks and stuff, just perfectly positioned in rows like that? No, it's not. It's right, you all. It's not just random. Look at that. No, this is some kind of intelligent species right here. Even if it's I don't know, technological, like a technological species. No, see, this is another life form out there. It could even be a living machine-like thing. And we have people in this world who think that it's silly to talk about UFOs and waste your time. Well, we waste our time and our money on a whole lot of different things, worse than UFOs, you all. Really, we do, if you think about it. Hello, blessing you, 8. So, yeah. They don't have any explicit data that suggests there's a connection between UAPs and extraterrestrial life. Well, how about interdimensional life? How about that? Because interplanetary life, because there are rumors of something planet inside the planet also. You made it. You have made it up here, you all. I'm up here in the sauna. I'm up here in the sauna, you all. Can you tell I've got sweat? It got sweat rolling off of me. It's okay. I can do it. It's healthy for my body. At least I'm not in that sun where it's really hot. And we was talking about it, you all. So there's really is something going on. There's something to all this NASA stuff, all these UFOs, the UAPs, and there's also talk of a fake alien invasion. Holograms. Holograms in the sky, Project Bluebeam and stuff like that. I guarantee you, one of them are going to get it right. One, and they may do multiple things, but it doesn't matter. Even if it's a hologram up there, even if it's fake, if it's not materialized, it's going to have a real world effect on people. A real world effect. Just like you can be sitting here looking at these videos and it looks like, oh, Princess Kate um, shaking the hand of a hologram. Even though that doesn't look real, it's having a real world effect. It's affecting people. People are seeing it and responding to it. They're interacting with it. So it at this point, it doesn't matter now because it's playing out, whether it be factual or not. Something like that, you all. Yeah. Sometimes you can't handle imagines as they trigger phobias of black holes. What matters is what we know. That's right. That I like that, Dennis. What we know and not what they show. That does matter. It's true. Because we know what we know. We know what we see. And remember Cube Island? Like, look at this right here. It was like all of these were like at Cube Island too. These things coming out of the sun, and they do. I haven't looked on NASA's product for a very long time, but there are these cubes. They are. They're flying around, and it's not Starlink. These right here. This is the inverted mode. These things right here. I really do believe that they can change colors as they're up in the sky. There's some type of a light, some type of, I don't know, some type of a light ship with different types of color that they can display, but they can be really long and they could be misidentified as Starlink. And or what if they are something like the Phoenix lights, you all? What if these are like the Phoenix lights? These right here. And you don't hear them talking about the Phoenix lights. You don't. So yeah, there's got to be people there's got to be people driving, flying these crafts. Okay, there really has to be. Knowledge of forever. Our fake reality, plasmic holographic reality. Well, I guess you could have a plasma. Yes, you all hit that like button, and it's wild if you didn't watch it, and I didn't watch it. They made fun of people. They did. They didn't want people to they don't want you studying it because it's a distraction. It's another distraction. So this summer, well, is today the first day of summer? Because they're going to have this thing coming out in the summer. Whatever this thing was, the Pentagon's thing. I don't think we need high quality data. You know they got high quality data, really, and they mean documentation too, pictures and stuff. Ensuring a collection of it needs to be better understood. They can do it. They really can because they know what all of this stuff looks like in the sky. And they know the species that operate them. Yeah. Are you able to send a link on here? Because I'm not knowing about it, you all. Hello, S. Simon. Really, I'm not knowing about it. But it's okay. It's all right. It is. I'm about done, or really kind of am about done on here, but that's okay. We can do it because I'm about hot up here. Now, see, look at this. This ship right here. I once documented it coming out of a coronal hole, but then I found it somewhere else on NASA's product. See, look, this is what I'm talking about right here. You see that right there? This is not Starlink. Those are those things I showed you that came out of the solar flare. They have the ability to line themselves up really long like this. If you've ever went to NASA's products and you've seen them, those are those things that came out of the solar flare that they said was just a particle event. That's what it was. It's these. And these are intelligent. Otherwise, they would not be able to do that at all. I don't know why this thing does not. Let me see if I can flip this thing to the invert. See what it looks like this? Came out of the solar flares. They line up just like that. Oh my goodness gracious, you. Let me flip it back to me. See, that's perfect. Now see, let's look at another image of it. Right there, you see it? Boom. They line up and they're intelligent. Super, super intelligent. Gina, you got the light shining. Give me a break now. Listen, give me one moment. Ooh, it's too dark. Oh, I forgot I can do this. My laptop has the ability for me to brighten up my screen, and that's what I did. Just like that. Came out of the sun, and here's one of them too. Wow, this is really bright, Gina. I know my monitor now is super bright. See, now look over here. There's that ship. You can see them. They're flying all over the place. Even if the sun is not outside, as far away as we think, these things are still up there in the sky, flying around is what they're doing. All around. Gina, what do you got going on? I'm just looking at this stuff right here. I really am. Looked like a big hole. No, that was the cube. It was a cube-like cloud up in the sky that I documented right there. And it's in like the inverted mode. Let me put this back to me. It's in the inverted mode, you all. So it's a cube-like cloud. Have you seen the cube-like clouds there? In the sky? Because there's some that are like big puffy white, and they're really massive. Massive in the sky. Let me do this. Try to get to it, you all. Erg. Sharon, Gina, I love you. Oh, shalom, Rich. Love you too. Oh, the Phoenix story. Yeah, that was pretty exciting. The Phoenix story was real exciting. Super exciting, really, because I liked it. Now, let's talk about this. This is another type of a ship. Let me flip this around. Right here. This is another type. This is a ship in the sky. You know what YouTube once labeled this as? Contrail. They labeled it as a contrail. Can you see it right here? I've seen this. It's a ship. It goes like this. It was in the clouds when I came to a stop. It goes like that. And it has openings in it, just like that. It was in Clarksville, Indiana, right there. And this is like the inverted mode. You can still see part of it. But this is a massive ship. If you compare this in the sky to this telephone pole, yeah. Yeah, well, they could. I guess they could call it swamp gas. They call it anything they want, I guess. As we don't have a say-so over it, you all. Let me wipe this sweat from my face and stuff, you all. It's really warm. One time I stayed up here for over an hour in the heat. Like, I don't know, a few years ago. But I don't mind once I start sweating. I don't, but you're liable to see something this summer. Since the summer's already here, you're liable to see like more UFOs and things like that. They'll probably start talking about them more and more now that they have formed their panels. They're not here to help. We got to help ourselves, you all. We really do. Help ourselves. Now, some might help, but then some may not help. Really, they may not. Oh, see, look at this. Right there. These look like Legos. Right here, this is what I took, and it looks like an ancient city. It looked like a city of stone, if you look at it. This was a cluster of ships. Look like big old stone blocks and stuff. And It could be like a floating city. It really could. It was like stayed in one part of my photo for the longest time, and then it just like disappeared. Just like that. It looks like floating cities in the sky. And they have them in video games, so why wouldn't they have them in real life? Really, why wouldn't they? Um, oh, you just refreshed your comments. I gotta flip this around because this thing is like it's trying to blur me out. We're going there. We're gonna go to here. Look at this. Are we gonna go there? I don't know what that would be like, you. I really don't. Goodness gracious. I'm going to show you these. So this is the other dimension. This is really what it feels like, the other dimension. I'm flip this around. I want you to see this. Feels like the other dimension right now. It does. This is like if you're viewing through the other dimension, this is what it's going to be like. I'm going to wipe the sweat off while I stick my glasses back on. So imagine you're looking through the veil of this rim right here. So let's flip it around. We're going to do it. And let me do this. I think this should be able to pick it up. This is the actual photo, just like that. Okay. The actual photo, this is what it looks like. And you can see that it does. It looks like there is a layer of something in front of it. Like, and look at the colors it gives off. Look at the different blues. This is too dark, you all. We can fix it a little. I don't want to make it too bright. Here we go. We got it right there. Let's look inside here. I can't make sense of it other than it's like the other dimension. That's I don't know. I can't say that there wouldn't be a world that looked like this, that wouldn't look like this. They are all in the clouds. Yes, they are, Nerica. That's right. See, look down there. So we have this little bit, and then look up here how it looked like they're coming out. It's like an archaeological dig. Look at that. And if these are ships, what if, just think about it, what if all the ships, all these long white ships were like plastered somehow behind the veil in the other dimension? And because this is literally, I'm going to tell you the truth. This is literally what was happening at times in the photos. It's like they would be coming out of something like this, and this stuff would be on them, like interdimensional, like, I don't know, residue or something. That's really what it looked like, something like that. See, look at this. Right like that, you all. Doesn't that look wild? They came through, but they have the ability to layer themselves. Look at that one. These are like solid structures. Like something frozen in time, like something like a woolly mammoth frozen in the ice. You could say, well, you had these ships or these floating cities that were like frozen in the other dimension or in stasis in the other dimension. And then boom, they're coming out. Really, you could think maybe something like that, because we do have, Gina, what on earth you got going on? I don't know. But look at that. Think about it, you all. The real world. Somebody's going to start a war. Who's going to start a war, you all? Let's talk about it. Who's going to start a war? Somebody's going to start a war. What kind of war? A world war? World war? I did see where the Ukraine and the Russian, like, they got in a little tussle. They got in a little tussle, you all, is what they got in. A tad bit of a little tussle. Now, let me see if I got other ones on here. I do. I got other ones on here, you all. But this is, no, there really is something major going on. And what if they go to start a war, and then everybody says, oh, well, we got these UFOs now, and we got to focus on the UFOs that are in the sky. What if they do something like that? Focus on them? I mean, they could. And then they all band together and they stop their war with one another and they say, oh, we got to fight the beings that are here that are coming in. Oh, Blackjack Gator. I like to sweat at times. It's good for your body. I feel like I'm in a sauna and I can do it up here. I don't even have to leave my house at this point. There's no way I wouldn't want to stay up here and try to sleep in this, but I don't mind this because it really does. I'm sweating out impurities right now. That's what I'm doing. Sweating out impurities in my body if I got some. So it's all right. I'm not going to pass out. Just because I got some sweat going, you all, it doesn't hurt. A little sweat. Doing a live video, it's perfect. It really is. But if you got health problems, I would not advise you to be in any heat like I'm in up here. It's probably around 90 degrees and no air. That's right, 90 degrees and no air, but it's okay. Look, it's like on the Lord of the Rings, that little cartoon. We don't want to go to war today, but the Lord of the Lash says something. We're going to march all day, all day, all day. Where there's a whip, they were being whipped. There's a way. They were being whipped and they had to keep marching in the cartoon Lord of the Rings. Because the goblins were going to go to war with the humans, is what it was. You can't take the heat. You'll pass out when you get hot. Well, you could have a heat stroke. You could have a heat stroke. And then we have to ask ourselves what's going on with the plasma. Why so much plasma activity? See, and this was the Dublin thing. We found so much plasma, and it literally you could watch it like getting the energy out of that building right there in Dublin, Ireland. And you could see like they would display the timestamp and stuff like that. And I also, when I had this stuff going on right here, Roger from Mud Fossil University, Roger actually did a scientific video on my plasma during this time. And he laid it all out what was happening. He did. I talked to him several times on the phone. I did. But it's, there. See, look at this. No, that is a plasma entity. We got entities. Now, these right here, they don't need ships at all. You can see this type of plasma, it doesn't need a ship. It doesn't. You other interdimensional from another realm. So let me turn it on. So NASA should yeah, NASA knows that there are. This right here place got shut down too. There was so much plasma activity, and this was a place where tribunals, I think, was held. I forget the name of this place. It was in Europe. I don't know if it was in the Netherlands or Germany or something. There was all this plasma that just kept showing up time and time again. And portals were opening. Portals were opening at this place. And they shut that camera down. They totally shut it down after a while because it was a really good place to catch all of this plasma. Hey, Gina, honey. All of that plasma going on. I really did like the plasma videos. See, that's a life form. Plasma is a life form. It is. See, look at it. It's peaked up all the way to the top. That plasma rose that high up in the air. That is a life form that doesn't look like us at all. I mean, there may be some people who are, something like that. Maybe. We got a plasma playlist on this channel, and oh, here's the portal. Let me show you the portal of the plasma. Let's flip it around. So watch right here. The plasma would get so excited with the electrons and protons and whatever it was. See right there? That's the portal right there in the center. Right there. One main high efficiency plasma diode, whatever it is, it formed a portal, perfect portal. And that plasma was like and then it collapsed. Then hello, Gina. Then the plasma, the portal collapsed. What it wanted to do is when they got like this, it wanted to turn into a black portal. It was trying to get enough energy, but it could not do it. And therefore, it collapsed in on itself. That's what happened. It collapsed. It couldn't do it. Of course, there was other plasma around. You know, you talking about NASA stuff. I was talking about NASA stuff, but I'm also talking about that, the plasma, because they're beings too, beings from another realm. And how do you know that they're not here? You really don't. And some people say, well, that's not even real, Gina, honey. Don't you know that's just rain? No, it's more than rain. It is. Yes, right, you all. Look at this. This is a plasma, life forms, and these are plasma life forms, even though, why do you think DARPA has invested interest in plasma lights? Because they do. Invested interest, and a lot of other defense companies around the world. The high efficiency plasma lights, because plasma, CERN likes plasma too. They want to understand the plasma. They know it's a life form, you all. They really do. Look at this. Look at this. So we're talking about the plasma. Now we're over here in some other area where this plasma was just like going it was going wild, showing up all over the place on these cameras, even though they're lights, you all. Gina, what are you talking about? I'm talking about the plasma. We got ships, we got plasma. You just take your pick of life forms, and they're out there. They are. Yeah, just take your pick, you all. Because there's a lot of different life forms all around. And see, look at this. This is like in the night sky on a live webcam. It's like one of those same things right here. The webcam, Affaire de Chachiron, right there. The 5Gs and the lights. Yeah, there's lots of stuff going on. A ton of things going on in the world. It's absolutely remarkable, all the things that are happening in this world. Totally. Somebody is the test, blue beam projects and stuff. Yeah, there was blue beam projects, and then they shut them down when when the CIA took over. Then the project blue beam, they had to go out and totally like discredit the people talking about the UFOs. That's what they had to do. Just go out and discredit them. Immediately make a story to where people will look really silly who's reporting UFO stuff. So why would they do that? They don't want people to talk about UFO activity, even though people see it. They don't like people talking about it. They don't. But it's a little late now. Everything's coming to a head is what's happening. A literal head. So it's fine, I guess. And then look at this. So how come you got that? Oh, Gina, honey, don't you know that's the sun simulator? Well, you know what I did one day? You see the inside of this? One day, I zoomed up on the very center of the sun, and I put it on my OBS studio, and I would do a live video, and I'd slow it down, and this thing right here literally moved like a Tetris game. It was continually rearranging its positions all around. This was the center of the sun, constant shifting, like a, I don't know, like a shape-shifting Borg thing. But this was the center of the sun. This was Webcam de Mexico, Huaratolco is where it was, you all. We did lots of videos on that. And see, there's all kinds of stuff out there to study. Your cousin talked to you the other day. That's okay, you all. You can do it. Oh my goodness, you all. My nose is like, yes, fine, Gina. You got to sweat. Gina, I will be getting off of here soon. See, look at that plasma in France hotel, the Brest hotel. It's spiked, and look at this stuff coming down. Look at that. How since when do you have snow or raindrops that have a solid part right there, but on the inside you have all this matter, this other realm matter right there. See, that should not be, but it was. It was. You could see it coming in. You can see all of this coming in. There's so many strange things happening in our world. You shouldn't see that. You really shouldn't, but you did. Just like that. Flowing in, you all. Webcam. This is black and white. Gina, honey, are you about done talking? I'm about done talking. I really am. No, there's other worldly beings. There's other types of crap. There's something going on, and we got AI. We've got it all going on. And you just pick a subject. Pick a subject. You'll find out about it. Oh, I got an air conditioner up here, and I got a fan. But right now, I really feel fine. I really, this is the first time I've been up here and sweated this year like this. Up here. So it's good for me. I appreciate it. I really do. I do. I got an air conditioner up here, but I don't want to turn it on because then it distracts me. See, look at this. Christine Mott, honey, did you sleep? No, she didn't. Oh, okay, Christine Mott, if you watch this video as a repeat, hello. See, now look at this. This is supposed to be rain. Rain coming across like this. Do you ever see rain that look like that, the inside of it? Yeah. Have you? Because there's something going on. There really is. Look at this. What this reminds me of is some type of matter. Look at that. It's glowing. This is in the sky. This is during, I guess, a snowstorm or a plasma event, rain plasma event at the Brest Motel. Look at all this. Look at all of that, you all. This is like a battle or something took place. These things are glowing in the sky like that. Just like that. So I'm going to go. I am. I'm going to go, you all, and thank you, Nierica. And with that being said, you also, yes, we know that there's UFOs. We know there's other life forms. There's interdimensional beings. There's interplanetary ships because they admitted it back in the 1940s or something. There's plasma. There's so much more going on, and they know it. But how do you convince a public that doesn't want to hear about it? How do you convince them? Well, you'll get to the point where it doesn't matter. You don't have to convince them. They're going to just have to find out, and then boom, it'll be too late for them to even digest it, to even know that stuff's here, because they ain't going to have time. Then they're going to panic. So I'm going to go, and with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. You have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. It's 5:50. It's not evening yet. I'm coming back on here at 8:30 p.m. tonight, Eastern Standard Time, and I'm going to read something. I am, and I don't know what it's going to be, but I'm going to be back at 8:30 p.m., and you may not get a notification. You probably won't, so you might want to come on here. If you don't, that's okay. You can watch the replay. Thank you all for your comments on here. Yeah, it's perfect. See, we can still keep the lines of communication open, and really that's what it's all about, keeping the lines of communication open for people. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. Love